Joey Reese, Biggie Food Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joey Reese, Biggie Food Shop. Pickle time is happening.
So, patronizers, I don't...
Wait, we got to do that again. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Reese.
What's up? Do you want to do a podcast with me today?
Let's do a podcast for the Patreon people, and let's start now. Hey. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you listened through the gobbledygook that was the freebie at the end, butchering all your names and whatnot. But in case you haven't heard, September, we hope to have exclusive interviews for just you guys. They won't be going out on freebie. So we got Eric Ballmer from Plank Eye to talk about the rise and fall. Not really the fall, because he's talked about that on other podcasts, but we're going to be talking to him and possibly about our tour that we did with him. That was it was eye-opening, to say the least. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking to a deadhead / fish. I don't know what you call it. A fish head of fish, whatever. A dirty hippie that followed around fish for a year. I'll be honest with you. It's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
My cousin, Michael Mosier, quit his job to follow fish around for a year. And so we're going to be talking to him. And then we also have a barbecue. I have a barbecue / insiders storytelling session, recorded storytelling session with the insiders that we're going to get together. We're going to eat some food, have some drinks, and let the stories go. And you'll probably hear 1,000 more that I've forgotten or don't know about because they're someone else's point of view or whatever that may be. So that should be fun. All coming up in September. So thank you, patronizers, again for doing this. Hopefully you see and you hear that we're a bit refocused on bringing you guys good content, stuff that we know you're paying your hard-earned money for. We just don't want to give you gobbledygook. Sometimes the gobbledy is good, but the gook...
It's the gook that gets you.
It's the gook that gets you. You know what I just realized? My
kids...
Because
I thought I heard a turkey. Did you hear that? Gobbledy? I heard a turkey. No, it's... Then you get surprised. Gook. What's wrong with your kids?
Well, my kids have a refrigerator in their room. And I'm opening the refrigerator. And look what's in there.
Beer? Your kids are scoring away beer?
Ice cold.
Pepsi Max.
Sugar-free. Pepsi Max, baby. Listen to this. ASMR. Here we go. Oh, Heidi, come on in. Heidi, come on in.
She came to take that Pepsi. That's her Pepsi.
She thought I was doing something illegal. She thought it was like cracking a beer or something like that.
She heard it? She heard it.
She was poking around.
She was
Yeah, she was out poking around in the hallway, listening in.
Yeah.
Eavesdropping, if you will. Here, ASMR. You guys, let's make it real quiet. I'm going to drink my soda. One more time.
I don't think that's why people subscribe to our podcast. That's real gross.
But you know what they just did? They just heard that and they said, I need an ice cold Pepsi Max.
Do you know, my girlfriend keeps referring to it as Pepsi Zero. She keeps ordering it at restaurants, and I don't want to correct her because I think it's hilarious.
Yes.
Hey, do you have Pepsi Zero? And they'll be like, they kind of nod. Yes. That's what I'm doing on the video. Nodding.
They're like, yeah, we call it Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, we go to this one restaurant. I feel bad. I'm a bad boyfriend because I make her go to this same restaurant like I go to her house, and then we go Saturday and Sunday, Anita's New Mexican Kitchen, and we eat breakfast burritos, and they smother them with green chili, and it's like authentic New Mexican, and I can't stop wanting it. But she always asks for Pepsi Zero, and I am like behind her, just kind of holding back the laughing. And then the guy that we ordered from, the laughing, it's called laughing, guys. The guy that works there, I can only describe him as normal Al Yankovic. He kind of looks like a young Weird Al Yankovic with a almost normal haircut, but still curly hair.
Okay.
And no one else thinks it's funny but me. I am like, do you think that guy looks like normal Al Yankovic? And nobody cares.
Not
nobody
one
laughs.
taker.
Nobody takes my jokes. I've taken her kids and my kids. I leaned over to the guy at the next table, talked to him. Nobody thinks it's funny. It hurts, Joe.
Well, how about that? I will say this. I'm looking at the can, and look what the can says, though.
Zero sugar. So it could be Pepsi Zero.
Zero sugar. It used to say Max. It had like a red.
Oh, now
like
does it say Pepsi Max still?
It used to. When it first came out, it was called Pepsi Max. They don't call it Pepsi Max anymore. Now it's just Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Oh, well, maybe that's the confusion. I don't know how to read. I was like, I think it's Pepsi Max.
I'll always call it Pepsi Max because that's what it was when it came out. I've called it Pepsi Max. I call it Pepsi Black because the can is black as opposed to the other that's blue.
Yeah.
But so let's get into the meat potatoes, the plums, if you will.
We have that here.
Yeah, let's get deep down in the plums, into the weeds. You know what I mean?
Into the ham salad.
The ham salad. And the question that I wanted to ask, it popped in my head this week as I showered and listened to a playlist that I had, and I'll save it for the end. But is there a song that of someone who you know? So a friend. So obviously if you're friends with Dave Grohl, then Foo Fighters songs or Nirvana is in play.
It's Learning to Fly by my good friend Dave Grohl in the Foo Fighters. That's it.
But what are some favorite songs that friends have written?
Fly. It's called Learn to Fly. I'm a huge fan.
And when I say favorite songs that friends have written, I don't mean like, oh yeah, that's a good song. That's a good song. I mean that even now today, it's on a playlist that you listen to it regularly. Those types of songs. What are some songs that your friends have written that you absolutely love?
So bands that I'm friends with, like, can it be bands that had this song and then we became friends with them, or does it have to be like bands that we're friends with and then they had this song and then I'm like, oh my gosh, those guys wrote this so good? Or can it be both?
It can be both. It's a friend of yours. They wrote a song and you listen to it all the time, because here's what I'm getting at. Let me do a little background. So there's a lot of bands that you tour with. There's a lot of bands that you're friends with. There's a lot of bands that, you get to know them, but you may not be a huge fan of their music, or their music may be dated or something to that effect, but they've written a song that stands the test of time that you continue to listen to. Like, it is a go-to song of yours. So if you're putting together a travel, you're traveling somewhere, it's going to take 3 hours. This song is going to be on a playlist that is a 3-hour playlist.
What comes to mind is that we just played in Atlanta, and Dirk Lemnis from Stageacre / I think he's the manager of Chris Stapleton. Speaking
Really?
of Chris Stapleton, yeah, I think he's like their road manager.
Really?
Yeah, or we gotta check this out. Oh, and he's in Save Acre, and he was in Focused, and I was like, hey man, what's up? And then talking to him, and I almost went, oh God, with you, Holy Spirit shall cleanse me, punish them, when instead of my bending. Remember that? It's
The Dave
funnier to
Zacher
do
song?
that to. No, it was like Focused. Focused.
I never listened to Focused.
Their best song is that one, I think. Just because so for me, Tim the singer, I couldn't get behind his voice. It didn't sound hardcore enough.
No.
But then they had this one song. They had Mark Solomon on it, and they had DLB, Dave Bosson, sang on it, and it's like, I'm gonna rap a lot and slap your mom. This song is the bomb.
Rip you off
Yeah,
and take all your money.
they got to get that guy on the podcast for.
We really do. We really do.
But then the Mark Solomon part comes on, and it's like, oh God, with me, Holy Spirit, you cleanse me. And you're just like, oh, I just shat myself.
Just a little.
Good.
Just a little bit.
A little bit of pee.
So what would those songs be? What would, say, 3 songs, if you can give me 3 songs of friends that have written songs and you're like, this is crazy good. Like, hopefully you understand what I'm getting at here. Like, we have lots of creative friends that write lots of really good songs. But like, do we have friends that have written like, I said, baby, yeah. Well, I get chills when I'm with you. Like, songs that stand out that you want on a list.
Speaking of Save Acre, I would say the song "Keep Waiting"
Yes.
or "Gold and Silver," dude. That song, they've got a version. It's got like a cello on it. Oh, so good.
So if you're driving, you're driving 2 hours, 3 hours, that song is going on
no,
the playlist.
I listen to. What I listen to is audiobooks and podcasts.
You guys see what I have to deal with? It's a freaking podcast. I'm asking him a question and he just shuts it down.
I know.
Instead of just playing along and telling me.
What I would put on that playlist, MXPX Wrecking Hotel Rooms. How about that?
Wrecking Hotel Rooms.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that song.
So good.
You know a song that by MXPX that I really like, and I really like it. It pops up a lot in my playlist. Is what's that song? This is the way we do. This is the way we met about. Like, that's a good song. Okay,
It's a great song.
So since you can't answer this question, I'll tell you my 3. That I put these 3 songs in with the likes of James Taylor. I put these songs in with AC/DC, with Sham 69, with the Sex Pistols, with the Bouncing Souls. An amazing playlist that I have. If I drive, these are 3 songs that are in there. The first one, I played it, I think, on our last podcast. Flatfoot 56, Mud.
That song was very good.
I think that song is brilliant. I think that song could be a radio hit. I think that song is gold. I think it is so well written. Like, I love that song. So that's my first. My second one is Royce Nunley from the Suicide Machines. When he left the Suicide Machines, he started a band. It was just kind of a local band here. It was called Blueprint 76.
Okay.
and they did a song called Out of the Fire. That is another song that I think is absolutely great.
I've never heard it. I will listen to it.
Let me see. I'm going to real quick look it up on YouTube and see if Blueprint 76 comes up on YouTube to see if you can like listen to that music. Let's see. Blueprint 76. Blueprint 76. Oh, yeah. They got Tomorrow and Today, Holding On. Tomorrow and Today is a great song, too. It's a great song, but it's one that I don't see on here. Yeah. Blueprint 76, Out of the Fire. I'm not seeing it on YouTube, and I don't know if it's on... Let's see if Blueprint 76. Blueprint 76.
This is why people pay their $5 a month, is to hear us Google stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Unfortunately, Blueprint 76 is not on Apple iTunes.
Look at here. They've got a senior discount at IHOP. Guys, I just found that out. I'm going to check that out. AARP has a discount if you'd like, if you ever stay at a Holiday Inn. Fellas.
Here's the other song that I rock out to often, weekly, and it's a great shower song. It's by a little band you may know called Roper.
Joe, what are you doing here?
It's a little band called Roper, and it is a cover that they did of Shania Twain. You're the one.
Don't do this.
Freaking fantastic. Your cover, not often do cover songs make are better than the original. Yours is fantastic. I actually got Heidi to admit that yours is better than Shania's.
I don't think she did that.
I may have just lied, but I think she said that.
And I think she's just trying to get in your pants. That's what
I wish
that's
that
about.
were the case. I wish that were the case.
Oh,
But so that's the other one. And I'll tell you what, a close honorable mention is Roper's Amplify.
really?
That's a banger too. I really enjoy that one. So those go in my playlist of with like the greats, with all the big music stars over the years. Those are 3 songs that I put in there.
I'm in a loss. I don't even like music anymore. It's called ahedonism, where it's like you can't feel joy. Hey, I can't feel joy anymore unless the feelings I have are malaise and sleep.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise and sleep. That's what I can feel anymore. Is if I go out in the lawn and I'm like, oh, a flower, I can feel mayonnaise or sleep. And then I fall asleep.
So,
That's cool.
patronizers, I want you to know something. So, a couple of weeks ago, Reese and I had a fight. And
No.
we had a fight
No.
about the show.
No.
And we had
Are
a
we
fight
talking about this again?
all sorts of stuff involving the show. And in his mean, scathing text to me, he said he updates the show notes, and I never look at them.
You don't.
You
don't.
Did this show, and he didn't look at them
I didn't look at it.
to get his songs ready to sound professional, to bring the people who are paying
It's
to
true.
hear our nonsense and our opinions and to keep
Okay.
people engaged. This guy, he's talking about mayonnaise.
All right, Joe.
Mayonnaise.
In my defense, though,
Mayonnaise.
if you just listen to my defense, that was the old me. Okay, the new me knows how
Doesn't
to read,
want
and and I'm ready.
Doesn't
I'm
want to
ready
do this
participate.
podcast.
No,
You're like, the new me doesn't want a podcast. The new me doesn't want to be prepped. The new me doesn't want to have a night that we do this.
I want somebody to force me to do this, and now reluctantly I will do. I will be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I am about Five Iron Frenzy. Not about this podcast. I am excited about it. Woo! This is a new me. I'm gonna read and not just scan. This is what I get in trouble for at work. And I tell people, and then they admit that they also can't read. I can't read anymore. Like, looking at text, like a huge thing of text, is it just intimidating because you just are used to just skimming something? Because there's so much reading you have to do, and you're like, I don't feel like it anymore.
Like the
that happen?
scathing text you sent me about how I wasn't engaged enough.
And you're not.
Like one of those texts? Is
You
that
skim-
what you're alluding to?
No.
By which you
like at
betrothed?
At work.
Are you getting
I get
texts at work or are you getting emails?
Oh, so many emails. And it's like, hey, this person's not, their thing is not ready, and this and this and this. And then you're like, oh, is this for me? Is this for me? Is this for me? It was sent to 30 people. No. And then you skim stuff. And then when it comes to things you actually have to read, you can't. That's what has happened to me over 10 years.
Hey, speaking of skim, are you a fan of skim milk? Someone said that they drank skim milk the other day and I wanted to puke.
So gross. It's so gross.
So
No.
gross.
So gross.
You know, here's something that's gross about skim milk. This is why I stopped drinking skim milk. I used to drink it
Yeah.
like 20 years ago. Here's the thing. I started like way back in the day. Remember they had MTV Road Rules?
yeah.
I had seen an episode of MTV Road Rules, and one of the challenge that the people had to do, that the contestants had to do, is the men in the group had to get on a treadmill, and they had to run on this treadmill, and their partners had to squeegee the sweat off of their bodies and put the sweat into a 2-liter bottle. Or like into a bucket.
No.
And the first one to fill the bucket with like 4 inches of sweat won that challenge.
That's so gross.
It was disgusting. And when they filled it, it looked like skim milk. And so all people, it was like when you see sweat on your body, it's clear. But with all the sweat in a bucket, it's milky.
Gross.
And so I had that in my head for 20 years. And about 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, I heard a scientist talking about it had something to do with, how we as humans were the only people who drank, another mammal's milk. And he goes, like, how would you explain that to like an alien or something like that? And what they came up with was that it's milk is a like sweaty type substance that's secreted out of an animal. And then it made me think back to the road rules of this like bucket of sweat that looked
Gross.
like milk. It was disgusting. So, and the only reason I think of skim milk is because like 2%, 1%, 2% has so much fat in it that it didn't move the way that skim milk. Like skim milk moves like water.
yeah.
And like 2% milk, which if I drank milk, it would be 2%. Like
Which
that
is still gross.
is creamier.
Yeah.
I don't think
drink
2%
whole
is
milk.
gross. Like
It's
whole
gross.
milk is good too. It has its place, but I
Listen.
think 2% is legit.
I'm all for people choosing their milk based on their own palate. If they're like, this milk tastes good or this milk tastes bad to me, but like the whole idea that fat is bad for you is super archaic. It's like
Yes.
been disproven for the last 30 years. And
Correct.
and I get mad because it's like, like I am a fan of Michelle Obama, but not like what she did to school lunches, which was like, get these kids, like there's so much, like they're doing free lunches for kids. This is great, but it's all just like super like refined carbohydrates, and you got rid of fats. So like the kids they're just eating sugar, like, and skim milk. Like that's not going to help. You just gave them Fruit Loops. Like no wonder they have ADHD. They can't focus because you just carb loaded them, and then a half hour later they're crashing.
Yes.
So it's just this archaic food science, and I hate it. And I think like skim milk, the whole thing of like drinking skim milk or 2%, it's fine if you like it, but it's not. It doesn't make it any more healthy.
No. So
just,
my mom is a lunch lady, and she
I did not know this.
Cooks. Yeah. So she cooks the food for. Yeah. She like has her kitchen at this elementary school, and she does all the cooking, and she's been doing it for about 6 years now. And in that 6 years, things have changed with Michelle Obama and the way all of that rolled out. And so what happened was my mom, when she started, it was like lunches we had when you were a kid. Like you kind of had like your protein, then you had a vegetable, like school lunches. You had like your protein, you had a vegetable, you had like a dessert, and then you had like your milk and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that was what my mom did. Well, now, like once all the like Michelle Obama stuff came out, like kids can't have corn. Like you can't have corn. So if my mom does like chicken sandwiches, the chicken sandwiches that like my mom used to put like the frozen chicken breasts on these like big like cookie sheets. My mom would season them, and then she would bake them in the ovens and stuff like that, and then she would put them on the buns and do all of that. Well, now these things all come prepackaged, like the bun and the chicken. You're not allowed to season. So my mom is not allowed to put any seasoning on anything. The kids aren't allowed to have corn. So now what they have is like these prepackaged sandwiches, and then they get those put on their plate. Instead of like corn or broccoli or carrots, they get goldfish crackers.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
And then for like a dessert, they'll get a cookie, or they'll get something that's prepackaged, and then they get their drink. And so mom is like, dude, it makes no sense. Like this whole thing was rolled out to be like a healthier school lunches.
It's
and my mom's like,
refined carbs.
Ray Charles can see that this is not a healthier lunch.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's like super archaic food science. And then you can tell like how many like people in the cereal and like snack food industries just got their fingers into it. Like, you know what kids need is Doritos, and for extra protein, Cool Ranch. Whereas like it's like this has, they don't even do the food pyramid anymore.
No,
but like just basic food science is like you need a teeny bit of carbohydrates, and it shouldn't be refined, and it shouldn't have like complex carbohydrates, shouldn't have sugars. Like you need a teeny bit of this, and then protein, and then vegetables or fruits. Yeah. And fresh. They should be like this. Can you cook with that? And then like if you don't want the kids to put seasoning on it, you should have that on the side and leave it up to them. Yeah. Yeah. And I get it. Like kids,
no seasoning. They're not allowed salt, pepper. They're not allowed like anything that you would like season the food anymore. And then they took out all the pop machines. Yeah. So in Michigan, there's no pop machines, but you can get Gatorades. They have Gatorade machines that are like double the sugar of like pop. You can get like Red Bull.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
Like Red Bull, is it Red Bull or Monster?
Either
think it's
one. We're looking at like everyone being in dialysis in 20 years.
Yeah, so it's like, what is going on? Like, it's ridiculous, as you brought up, where you're just like, okay, they can't, like, you want kids to have healthier meals, so they can't have carrots anymore. They have
What's
to have
wrong with
goldfish
carrots?
crackers.
Yeah, right.
Or for breakfast, like my mom would go in and she would cook like sausage patties and things like that, and now like they get a Pop-Tart.
Which is awful. Like,
Right.
It's awful.
It's like the worst food.
Even if it was like a homemade Pop-Tart, you know, like it wasn't just the total asshole of our food industry, like just shit they could shovel in there, the cheapest wheat or whatever is in there and chemicals to make it. If it was homemade, it's still fucking garbage. Like, that is dessert. You should not give dessert to somebody for breakfast. It's like eating donuts. Like,
Yeah.
what happens to adults when you eat donuts for breakfast? You feel like shit for the rest of the day. You know, like,
you're asleep by 10:30.
yes. Like, what? And then they're just like, why can't these kids pay attention? They need Adderall. Why?
Yeah.
For,
All right, patronizers, we're at about a half hour. I was at a golf outing today in the beaten sun. I'm going to be honest with you. I told you I was doing dry July. I have not been completely dry. However, I'm not drinking liquor anymore. And today, golfing, I had 2 Michelob Ultras on the first 9 and 2 Michelob Ultras on the back 9. I drank plenty of water and plenty of Gatorade. So I did have that stuff, but I haven't been tipsy. I haven't been drinking. I haven't been doing any of that stuff. So I feel amazing. I feel wonderful. I feel like my relationship with Heidi has been better. My brain feels more clear, anything like that. So I just want to say, if anybody out there has been thinking as of late, am I drinking too much? Have I been drinking too much? Should I cut back? Do it. Do it with me. Give yourself a month. Give yourself a month and say, you know what? I'm never going to not drink again, but I just want to do like a cleanse. Cleanse yourself. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you will feel amazing. And in turn, I'm sleeping better. I have less anxiety, less like kind of panic attacks that I get. And so, man alive, it's been a blessing. So if you're thinking about it, do it. That's all I have to say. So, yeah.
I love that.
I thought you were saying something.
No, that's cool.
It's been phenomenal. My buddy constantly tries to get me to drink, and it, just being like no. So it's been great, and I don't miss it at all. I thought it was going to be like, I told Heidi the other day. I was like, man, you know what? It would be real nice right now to have like Tito's and Pepsi, and it's like as soon as I verbalize it, it's done. Like, just verbalizing it makes it where I'm like, okay, I said it and I don't even need it. So it's been a blessing, and I feel many, many, many positives in my life and in my head, and the physiology and stuff of it in my body feels fantastic. So, ladies and gents, do it with me.
Show, but I'm not doing it with you.
No, you don't.
I think it's great.
I don't want you to do it. In fact, I want you to drink more.
That's your thing. My thing is drinking more. Good.
Yeah. I want you to
right now.
double. I want you to double your intake.
Sounds great. Sounds like nothing could go wrong.
And I want you to start doing it at work.
Yeah.
So on your free time, start doubling your intake. And then when you're at work, just take a flask. Just a flask and just start nipping at work.
Yep. I don't see any problem with this. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
No. And if anybody questions you, especially your boss, say it's organic. It comes from the earth.
It's from the earth. Lord,
Be like, God made it. He made the sugars and the yeast, and the yeast eats the sugar and poops out the alcohol.
When Jesus made it from water, he gifted it to me. And loves you.
They're like, yeah, he made wine. He didn't make whiskey.
Oh, Lori,
You dirty nutsack. You're fired.
Yeah, I'm here. It's going to be fun. Sounds great. Good idea.
All right, everybody. So
Peace
what
out.
side of the fence? Hey, you know what? Let's put this out to the people here. What side of the fence are you going on? You going on my side of the fence, or you're going to cut back, or are you going on Reese's side where you're going to double? You're going to double it up.
It's not even my side by choice.
Yeah,
I am
you're just
being forced against my will to double my alcohol consumption.
full throttle like this.
Just,
Like if I was gripping a throttle. That's what you got to do.
I'm going to shotgun a whole handler of Dun Q next week. Can you imagine?
No.
I might as well have like a dead man switch with 911.
Oh,
Help!
just bong. Just do like a 3-foot bong of Don Q. Oh.
Oh.
All right, man. Patronizers,
All right, guys.
again, thank you so much. We are refocused. We're ready to do this, and hopefully you guys will enjoy what you hear. And hopefully Reese will occasionally read what I put down, because that's what I was belittled on.
Don't tell me about my business, Joe. All right, everybody. Piece of pizza. Is that a good response? If I tell you
That's
not
great.
to say my business?
No, that's
I
great.
can't even see you anymore. That light is so bright. Your
I know.
halo.
I know.
Jesus? I think it is Jesus. Okay, bye, everybody.
Safe for the squids. Boots. Pickle time. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands.
1996